They love Peebs so much.
We're going to kick it off on Hollow Bastion as our starter stage here. Peabnut off to the races too. This is one thing that I think Mega Man has nicely in this matchup too. His movement around block walls and his tools to deal with said block walls are quite strong. You know, some of the other characters like Rob, you know, that falling nair breaks up the walls really, really well, but Mega Man has that falling fair to do that as well, and he can take care of the wall really, really well.
Okay. It's going to be a bit of a slower one, but you know what? I'm kind of enjoying the slower pace considering the games that we've had.
We get to slow down after like Light T.
I get to breathe.
And Shattuck Ouch. Speaking of Light, by the way, unfortunately after taking it out versus T and losing in winner's bracket to Mia, he does now have to face against Raru in the next set. So Light is just kind of running the gauntlet. We'll get more from him later, though.
That setup was actually so clean. So he got the sticky bomb onto Onin. Onin went to the ledge to try and just completely pass through that. And Peabnut took that opening to actually get a bit of damage built up on him.
Just looked at chat with somebody saying, Peabnut once beat me at a local and spent 20 minutes reviewing the replay and giving me tips. That's exactly the kind of guy Peabnut is.
I love Peeb.
That's why we love him. I cannot gush enough about his work ethic, his love for the game, and I also love that too. That's like a frame perfect thing.
Yep.
Where if you shield on the frame that Crash Bomb hits you, I think it is, the Crash Bomb just like hangs in the air, but it's inactive. It's always funny to see.
Did you see how Crash Bomb actually interacted with Minecart there as well? That was really interesting. This is actually a matchup. Again, we don't see a lot of Mega Mans anymore, right? But we do see a lot of Steve. So
hey, MPG actually came back for this tournament.
Oh yeah, I have seen him play.
MPG was back.
But yeah, no, it's just like Mega Man has always been a good character that I feel like has not been talked about enough. Up smash, wow, gonna be able to catch on and jumping out of shield.
Slow, patient game from Peabnut is working to perfection, but you wouldn't, like, if you look at it in a microcosm, you wouldn't think that it's a slow game because Peeb is jumping around, he's moving around, he's occupying space so well with not just his kit of projectiles, but his movement kit as well. But then you look up at the clock and you see that it's already been 2 minutes on the game, and you go, oh, that's what we're doing.
Actually, I'm just realizing here now, too. Peeb can win right here, actually, if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
If he wanted to be that guy.
We could never interact again for the rest of this game.
Because Steve is not fast enough to catch him, and if he just decides to jump back and forth, kind of like how you mentioned, Mega Man's really good at like jumping between the blocks or around the blocks. He's got a fast jump, right? He's got good aerial movement, but also Rush coming into play. Yeah, he could literally just not fight Onin at all anymore if he really wanted to.
Steve can't get up there if Peeb jumps high with Rush. But Peeb's going to keep fighting. He's an honorable competitor. He'll only time out if he absolutely has to win the game, but he is more than willing to do just that if he has to.
Dude, that was some great knowledge right there, right? Noticing that the wall was on, like just built, and that Onin was off stage. You go to the ledge, you pull out Leaf Shield. Either Onin stays on the ledge, gets hit after they lose invincibility. They roll onto the stage, get blocked by the wall, gets hit by the Leaf Shield. No matter what, they were getting hit by the Leaf Shield. If they jumped, they would have got hit as well.
Yeah, got an unfortunate trade with Minecart there. Only the first hit of back air, so it doesn't win out in that scenario. Instead, it's only just a tiny bit of damage on Onin. But with this much of a lead, you know, we're actually happy with a tiny bit of damage. Onin able to get away from the up air, not able to get away from the back air. Now has to make it back to stage and does so just barely sneaking underneath the falling back air.
Okay, there we go. Yep, Crash Bomber creating a little bit of an opening for himself. Is Peabnut? Nope, now I'm going to be taking for a ride a little bit. Hey, thanks for the platform.
Ooh. And Peabnut actually manages to tech at 177%.
Oh my God.
Not just that, but gets back out there after the tech, after getting on stage to reset resources, and gets the down air.
You know how like sometimes like when you're watching sports and like they give like an update as the game goes on, like what the percentage that the other team could win? Yeah. Like right now for Peabnut, it is 99.9%.
The live betting stats.
Yeah.
Regardless of it though, 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, there's no way that Peabnut should ever actually lose this game.
We should never interact again if Peabnut
was
like fully optimal. Yeah.
See, I have unfortunately been the victim of this before as well. I decided to do a best of 5 with a friend of mine one time. I played Incineroar, and I said, how bad is Incineroar Mega Man on Kalos? And let me tell you, it was unwinnable.
He demonstrated.
Yeah, actually, he demonstrated.
My personal favorite Peabnut story, I think this was 2022, while we've got a second as he looks to close out this game. There was a regional in South Georgia called Battle for the South. Shout out to Cross Slash, the TO of that event. Peabnut, the night before, stayed up late watching a Japanese tournament. and the Ganondorf player, Higa-chan, got a big upset versus T. Now, Peabnut somehow got into his head because Higa-chan beat T, that now Ganon was about to be a problem for him specifically. So Peab walks up to me at the venue the next day and goes, "Hey, Last, you used to have a Ganondorf, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I used to main this character at the start of the game." And he's like, "Okay, can we get some games in, like, right now? I'm worried about Ganon." So we sit down. I think we were gonna play like a first to 5 or a best to 5. I don't quite remember. Game 1, I actually take first stock. It's like the proudest moment of my life. I take first stock in Mega Man Ganondorf versus Peab. Then he starts circle camping me immediately, and we don't interact for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Dude, Mega Man stomps Ganondorf. Like, he's just got so much pressure too, like all of his aerials. And hey guys, buckle up. It's gonna be a long one here. But I mean, that's just part of the game, because like now Onin like has to find a way to get in there. Like, they have to put some pressure onto Peabnut. But if they overextend too much, you get into a scenario like that where you will be taking a lot of damage. You will lose some stocks. And Onin, I mean, hey, I got to see what type of like mental strength that they have, because this is going to be a tough one here.
I have never heard a crowd this loud for Mega Man versus Steve before either.
Yeah, but he got that W and the crowd went Peab.
Yeah. But, you know, and we finished that game with 1 minute and 8 seconds to spare as well. Like, we had some extra time on this one. We're getting given back. Now on, and they're going to take a second to think about what the counter pick. They're going to select Town and City as the venue for this next one, but I'm a little shocked by the choice to go to an even bigger stage after you kind of get out-movemented in game number 1. You know, you can't really pin down Peabnut at any point during game number 1. Let's go to a bigger stage. Kind of doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how things operate here too. I mean, it's also like an interesting choice of like, what is Peabnut banning? I would imagine like FD's not on the table, you know, because that does give Steve access to shovel for digging up materials rather than the pickaxe. Okay, we're actually going to be going into Town and City here, so yeah, this seems like the right choice for me.
Quick little F smash too, another really good tool that Mega Man has available to deal with Steve's stuff. When he places that TNT down, Steve, you know, he can't really control it anymore, and then Peab just tosses that F smash, and it is enough to hit his pressure plate too. So when Onin sends that out, they're not going to be able to keep it out very long.
Yeah, what I think is also really interesting is that now both games in a row, as soon as 3, 2, 1, go happens, Peabnut rushes in, establishes a quick lead, even if it's just as something as minuscule as 25 to 30%, and now he's in control. Like, he is the leader of this match. So, like, at some point, Onin has to play his game.
Another double up tilt here, though, actually more than double up tilt. And actually, for the first time all set, Onin has a slight percentage lead. Peabnut might take that away, though, if they're not careful.
All right. Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, Onin does have that lead there, because, again, just take Steve one small opening for themselves, and Steve's going to rack up a lot of damage here, too. And Onin is not going to drop, like, you know, bread and butter combos. If they find an opening, they're going to take it for the max possible damage.
Absolutely, but that damage has not been maxed out quite yet. Now it is. Now they have the diamond tools in hand, available. And you know what? I'm also eating my words a little bit. The larger stage, more stage control with the blocks is working to perfection thus far for Onin. The extra space for movement is not serving Mega Man as well as I thought that it might.
Yep. All right, what's the play here? I like that. Drop the anvil, set up a block, and then just stand on it there. Just see what Peabnut's going to be trying to set up. And, like, again, that's going to be a little bit of a mix-up probably later in the match as well. Onin will set up a block, try to see if Peabnut will try to punish them for it, and then Onin will, you know, go for a counter-punish.
Something else, too, from Game 1 that's kind of holding true for Game 2 as well. Onin, they have to work so hard to get any sort of material gain. In this set, we're going to trade up air for down air. Down air comes out on top, but the vast majority of the time, Peabnut's pressure has been good enough to keep Onin's resource bar depleted. If they could have gotten that trap there, would have been huge for the state of this game. Instead, Onin's going to be able to get back on solid ground, then get that anvil out once Peabnut gets stuck up against the wall to close that first stock in style.
Yeah, definitely a very big opening here. Oh, just throwing out a bunch of down airs.
Hey, when that dair is as disjointed as it is, make use of it.
Yep.
Ooh, tries for the ledge trump back air.
Oh, off you go. Opa. Oh.
That almost hit him a third time.
I know. All right, well, there we go. We get a stock right back. Oh, I was going to say 37% until Onin landed right away into a couple more hits.
Yeah, even with the wood pickaxe there, Peabnut, really hard SDI too. I think his SDI has been very, very good this set, but sometimes it's just not enough to help you.
Yep. Oh, wow, going to live again. Crazy.
Shockingly good DI from Peabnut to live a Steve Diamond back air that late on town, but you can only do so much to a point.
Yep.
Oh.
You know how we kind of said that last game was like a 99.9%?
99.99%.
It almost feels like that for Onin in this game too here. But, well, I mean, we've yet to really see what Peabnut brings to the table when he's behind and needs to start, you know, really aggressing here.
So far, it's not been bad for him either. He's going to be able to get a couple jabs into the nair there. Double fair, too. Might be able to take the stock if Onin's not careful. Tried the up-thrown Metal Blade. I liked that idea to contest the minecart on the way back. And Peabnut hit the Super Mario right there.
Yep.
Bopped his head into the block, and then bopped Onin straight into the blast zone. We have a chance here. That win percent, it's down from 99 to 95.
All right. And again, we have just under 3 minutes. That's still plenty of time for Peabnut to find some way to stage any sort of a comeback here. But Onin is not going to make it easy. Full on mats at the moment. Okay, going to toss out that anvil.
Yeah, and that setup specifically is so hard for Mega Man to contest. You can't go over or you're going to get caught with a back air. You certainly can't go under to break those blocks or the anvil will fall on your head Wile E. Coyote style. And so Peabnut picks the prudent option and just waits. You know, Sun Tzu, the art of war, the lost art of neutral right there. Half of warfare is patience.
Yep. All right, there we go, forward air. Just, again, trying to find a way to get rid of these blocks or find Onin, you know, trying to get commit to a punish where Peabnut can then counterattack. Oh, no, we're just swapping bombs.
You get the crash bomb shield party going on sometimes. Some of my favorite moments in Mega Man sets. And that iron block took 3 fairs straight to it and still didn't break.
Hey, man, it's power of iron. If I hit iron 3 times with fire and it breaks, that's some weak iron. All right, there we go, forward air. Just a little bit of damage here. And Peabnut has no problem taking all this minute and a half left to really just slowly grind out Onin's final stock here. But again, Onin doesn't really need to commit to anything either.
1 minute 22 on the clock. We're approaching the potential timeout if Peab doesn't make a major mistake and get caught by a big kill move from Steve, which he's more than capable of at least avoiding the death blow. So instead it'll just be a slow, painful, drawn-out death.
Yep. Ooh, there we go,
Maybe
forward
not.
air. And he's got your saw blade. You better go get that ball back.
I can't believe that didn't grab him.
Yeah, a little shocked as well. Minecart doesn't make sense sometimes. Oh, that's
Ooh,
huge.
Leaf
Wait,
shield.
that's really
if he
big.
gets fair bear here, but he can't quite read out where Onin's going to go. Nice fastfall from Onin, though. Very smart to avoid what Peab was putting down.
Bro, this is such a scramble situation all of a
30
sudden.
seconds.
Here. Oh my
Peab
God,
gets
gets
dragged
down.
down, but no up tilt.
This is so close. And here's the thing is Peabnut can grind this out here. 4% as he gets the back air. Lowers the shield, not going to be able to take it down. 3%. It's, oh my God.
2%.
He has the lead. And we don't need a timeout anyway because the forward air will take it out. Oh my goodness.
What a clutch from Peabnut, just completely depriving Onin of resources. And when Steve is deprived of resources, he goes down from undisputed top 1 in the game to just maybe top 1 in the game. And Peabnut able to capitalize on that weakness. The crowd goes nuts for it. And he takes game 2.
Oh my God.
What a beautiful sequence.
That was so good, dude. Dude, the mental fortitude that Peabnut has to have. I mean, I feel like you have to have a certain mentality to play Mega Man at a high level anyway. But like, just like, hey, I might be down, but I'm not out.
Unflappable.
Seriously, unflappable. It's
and you know what the
that was
worst
such a
part is?
grind.
even while he was grinding that out, while he was so far down, while he was struggling for every hit to get back in the game, I can promise you, Peabnut was having a goddamn blast.
Oh,
he loves this game so much, and it really just shows.
It really does. Oh, man. All right, that's going to be some big damage there. 106 to get started. And this is kind of looking similar to last game, actually, so far. Ooh.
Actually, no, it's better than last game. Peeb is much closer on this first stock than he was previously on, and they're still maintaining that slight lead, about 17%, but fading rapidly. And if Peabnut can, oh, it's fair instead of bear, it just sends on straight onto the stage. But you know what? Damage is damage is damage.
I think that he was trying to try to force like a tech scenario. I think that's probably what he really wanted, a potential stage spike.
He wanted like stage spike back air off of the tech or something like that.
And this is the thing that's actually,
yeah,
cut them in the upstairs. So here's the thing about Mega Man too, that we haven't really discussed, right? He's such a great character to play this slow, but when he wants to get on the aggressive end of things, Mega Man is oppressive.
He's got amazing boxing tools, great movement, the ability to play either the close or the far game. He just seems like the more that I watch this, and I've watched a lot of Mega Man Steve, this character has the kit to make it happen. He's peeping so hard right now.
Dude, he's peeping everywhere. And that's the thing is Onin has to actually now play
Onin has
game
to
again.
peep.
Onin has to peep. I don't know how, but Onin has to peep.
One of the most difficult things to do in Smash
is peep. There's only one person who's been peeping this entire tournament.
This entire set for sure. And at least for now, the name of the game, it's much like game 1 rather than game 2. Every hit matters so much. We're about to cross the 2-minute mark.
Yep.
Onin's got about 4 iron in the pocket and 1 block of wood. Broke boy. Steve can't do nothing without that, but he does have the diamond pickaxe. And so Onin going to be able to make that happen.
They got gold. They got diamond. They got the check and spent it on jewelry.
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
I'd say Mega Man's like a Nepo. You know, because like,
well, yeah, because
he was given this.
Dr. Wily is definitely rich.
Yeah.
Like the amount of resources to be able to construct all of that.
Steve and Alex are literally like, you start with nothing. You start with like, actually, yeah, literally nothing.
Just your fists and a couple trees around you. If you're looking for passive income, start a lumberjacking business.
I guess that's better than like enslaving the villagers.
Hang on. Anyways, Onin gonna be able to craft up another set of diamond tools right there. But again, not many resources in the pocket. The double wall there, Peabnut not really willing to go in there, especially not with the percent lead.
Ooh, wow, what an air dodge. Just being able to slip right through that, that's crazy. All right, you're going to get nicked by the
I'm sorry, chat. Dr. Light, not Dr. Wily. I said the wrong doctor.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. I was like, yeah, that is a character.
Wrong doctor, my B.
Hey, a doctor's a doctor, that's a doctor, you know?
All doctors are the same. They all do the same thing. Yeah. Everybody knows this.
Oh, you know, actually really good that they weren't any closer to the center of the stage because that would have been a stock. Peeb certainly needs to close out this stock sometime soon, though.
Well,
that's huge.
You're welcome. Skiff, you ask and you shall receive. Peabnut just gets the run-up smash while Steve is in a rare moment of being stuck in end lag.
Okay. There we go. Crash Bomber on. Any percentage here is going to be huge.
Ooh, I love the use of Rush there.
Yep.
Just as an ambiguous movement tool to get yourself away. Once Onin shows their hand, once you know the minecart's coming, up, and away.
Okay. There we go. Just using that forward air once again. Just trying to create some pressure. And that's just what Mega Man's really good at. He can just stay away. He's actually one of the best timeout characters in the game. We just don't see it too often.
And Peabnut will do just that. We've talked about it throughout this set. He's going to pick his moment.
Dash attack. We almost never see that.
Every once in a while.
Dude, he's got such great aerial drift too, man.
Ooh. Just barely getting that nair into Onin's face so that they can't get the nair of their own to set up for like a nair fair. Peabnut almost in a spot of bother.
Okay. Ooh. There we go. Yep, tossing that saw blade. Again, just trying to keep any sort of pressure here. But the problem here is that, like, Onin does have to try and take the stock at some point.
I love that Onin just jumped over their own wall to go in between the walls to go back to mining.
Hey, listen, when you're protected on all sides, you know?
Yeah, you can't die from that position.
You secure the investment.
Not again.
There it's it. Bink, bink.
Hey, 5%, that's gold.
That is actually really
Oh my
good.
goodness. Onin tried to ride rush all the way to the top to get that minecart in against Peeb.
And you know what happened is Peeb immediately looked to punish it to take the stock.
Yep. 80%. Onin going to be able to connect with the back air. 5.9 and a minute left.
Ooh. I felt like if you actually just stayed on the ground to throw that leaf shield, you definitely get the hit there. And this is really going to come down to the wire. We're finally getting underneath a minute, Ryan. That's all that's left, but we might not even have to worry about that. Oh, almost had that perfect setup.
You're in so much trouble here, though. Yeah, really nice use of the up B. Get out of danger there, because if Onin got that up tilt, an up tilt back air, I don't know if it would have killed it 0, but honestly, I wouldn't have been shocked.
This game is just getting worse as time goes on. Onin has to find a way through some way, somehow. But Diamond on deck, Diamond in the hand. It should be able to get this done. It's just a matter of can Onin find the opening.
This circle camping game plan, though, for Peeb is so strong, making great use of Mega Man's movement tools, making great use of Mega Man's projectile kit. 94 on Onin, but it's not undoable until the game ends. Steve, one ladder combo might be able to do this. Peabnut has to close it or has to get these last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just like that, Peabnut has entered winner's side top 8.
Oh my God. Peabnut, I feel like it's been a long time coming for Peabnut to hit winner's side top 8 at an event this big. It's been a long time. I feel like so long since I've really seen a Mega Man hit the big time as big as Peeb. And oh, dude, I'm so excited.